Okay. All right, tight. I looked this over multiple times, and each time it got more and more exciting. Wow. So Derush Yud Aleph, Midrash Rabbah, begins with the Midrash Rabbah. We just started. Okay. Rabotai, we always hear, the Rebbe tells you in yeshiva, the speeches in shul, Yaakov wanted to reveal the ketz, the ending, and the Shekhinah left him and decided not to do it. Okay. Today we're going to learn the source of that. Today we're going to learn not only the source of that, we're going to ask a Gemara question on Yaakov. What was your svara? What's your reason that you felt it necessary to tell them the ketz, and why did you stop? We're going to learn inside what caused him to stop. So we're going to hear the rest of that. We never heard the rest of it. We always hear he wanted to and he stopped. Why? We're going to find a Gemara that explains it as well, besides for a Midrash, besides for a Midrash Rabbah, besides for Yaakov Shimoni, there's a Gemara, and he's going to have 5 questions. There are going to be 5 questions on this. And I think after we get through it, if we get through it, all of it will be even greater. But I think afterwards we're going to truly understand what was going on here. In fact, just to tickle a little bit, just to give you a little bit of an... did you know that Yitzchak wanted to also reveal the ketz to none other than Esav? Oh. And it did go away from him also, the Shekhinah. So let's put this all into perspective. Let's begin. Midrash Rabbah. This is the Derush Yud Aleph, 11th Drasha on Parshat Vayechi. Midrash Rabbah writes, Reuven b'chori ata, when Yaakov was giving the blessings to everyone. So over there, the Midrash Rabbah states, Melamed, this teaches us, Sheba legalot lehem adaketz. He wanted to reveal to them the end, and I'm going to put that in quotes, because I don't even know if we know what the end really means. I know it means the end of days, but what does it really mean? What is he really telling them? And what does it mean, the end of days? What, just tell us what day Mashiach is coming? Just the date? Wait for this date, it's coming. The poor Mayans or the Aztecs waited till 2012. Their calendar they stopped at a certain year. These guys, are we waiting for that year? What are we waiting for? He gave us a date. Okay. Venit kasam menu, and it was concealed from him. And the Midrash says, I have a parable to explain to you what does it mean that it was concealed from him. Mashal, it's a parable, the ohavo shal melech, to a friend of a king, shaya nifne min ha'olam. The king was about to die, pass on. The hayu banav suavim mizdato, and the children were there around the king's bed. V'amar lehem, and this friend started to tell them, Bo, come, v'agaleh lachem, and I'm going to reveal to you. And this next word is an interesting word. So we have it in English also. It's a Latin, mistorin. The mysteries shal melech of the king. I'm going to give you his secrets. I'm going to tell you what makes him up. Tala enav, and he looked. And he sees the king's right there, and he's like, oh shoot, he's right here. Amar lahem, he said, and he pivots and he says, Hevu zeherin b'chvado shel melech. You should be careful how you honor. You should honor. Be careful. I'm warning you, you have to honor the king. Kach avinu Yaakov. That's how our father Yaakov, Tala Einav, he looked, the Hibit Shechina, he sees the Shechina Omed Gabav, he sees the Shechina above him, the Amar Lahem, he pivots and he says, instead, he says, Hevu Zeherin Bichvado Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ad Kan Lashono. This is the quote from the Midrash Rabbah. And the Zera Shimshon begins, Kasha, I don't understand. Mikara, at the beginning, he wanted to reveal. So what was his reason? My savar. What was his reasoning? But the basof, and at the end, my savar. What happened that he changed? What's his reasoning? Because shemitchila bikesh legalot lahem haketz. He wanted to tell them how the end, quote unquote, will look. The achakach shekeshera'a shechina, when he sees the shechina omer agabav lo gilat lahem, Doesn't he know Malok kol haaretz kevodo? Hashem's all over the place. Now we only realize Hashem's here. Whoops, I can't tell you. So that means Zera Shimshon is telling us we don't understand that first concept of what did he see that he stopped. What it says here is missing something. We're going to see in a minute. Based on the next few questions, he's going to build it up and then he's going to give it to us. The Ode. My tzorach l'mashal. Why do I even need a parable? Ma inyan hev zehirin b'chmado shel melech im masher rasa legelot lahem ketz. Be careful with how you honor God. What does it have to do with me revealing the ending? In other words, what do you need the parable here, and what's the connection here? So this parable that the Midrash Rabbah brought in is there to complement something. There's some more information that was not mentioned in the Midrash. And you'll know that as it said last year, he holds, and he says this, Midrash, Gemara, Zohar, they complement each other. And you'll find at times the Gemara quotes something and stops at a certain point. The Midrash will quote the rest of it, stops at a certain point. The Zohar finishes it off. And then if you know all three, you'll get it. So that's what he's doing here. So he's building it up. He's building it up. First the Midrash Rabbah. The Ode, and furthermore, Kevan Shekvar Ra'a Yaakov. He already saw. She Yitzchak Ratzel Legalot HaKetz. Yitzchak wanted to reveal already this ending. V'nitkasa mimenu. So, what boldness does he have? Legalot haketz, to go reveal it. Shouldn't he realize that Hashem doesn't want this? The amrinon be yalkut. Whenever he says yalkut, it's yalkut shemoni. The parsha zo mesir removes safa, the speech, the language, the lips. Lene'emanim. Ne'emanim are plural. Two ne'emans. That's Yitzchak and Yaakov. Both tried to reveal. Both were not successful. So if you knew already your father did it and was not successful, who tells you can? And it's talking about Zera Shimshon, Shneim bikshu legalot haketz. Karale Esav, he called Esav. Ubikesh legalot, and he wanted to reveal to Esav, the ending. This is Yitzchak. Et haketz ugnazo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and Hashem hid it from him. V'af Yaakov bikesh legalot haketz. And now we know the rest of that part. Hashem also hit him. So he's saying, okay, you knew your father was going to do that and it didn't work out. Chutzpah for you to do that. How could you also think it's going to happen? Your father, the Ode Kasha. And he says, listen, and I got a Gemara now, which completes this entire concept. The Ode Kasha, Ech Yitzchak Avinu, Ratzah legalot haketz le'esav harasha. Why would Yitzchak tell it to the Rasha? Why should Esav know this? Talk to Yaakov. Why to Esav? And now he brings the Gemara. The Ab Masha Arup Sachim Perek Dalet. Bikesh legalot ketz min levanav. Yaakov came and wanted to reveal. Now he's telling us the whole story here. V'nistalka mimena Shechina. The Shechina left him. Omar. So what did Yaakov say? Shema yesh pasul b'mitati. Maybe I have in my bed, meaning in my children, someone there is pasul. Abraham, like Abraham, Avi Abba, my grandfather. Sheyatzah mimenu Yishmael, he had a pasul Yishmael, and Yitzchak Avi. Sheyatzah mimenu Esav, who also had a pasul, he had Esav. And then the boys, all the brothers, said, no, Shema Yisrael. Kishem she'en b'libecha ela echad. There's only one thing in our heart, Shem Shemayim Hashem. We're together. We didn't go off the derech. And he asks, and this is the final question. Kasha ma inyan zel lazeh. What's the connection? Shebishvil sh'tenestalka mimenu Shechina. The Shechina left him, so therefore my children are no good like Yishmael and Esav? Maybe the Shechina left because he doesn't want you to say it, like the father tried and couldn't say it. Dilma hatam shall silu kashchina, who mishum she'ena rotzanon nidgaleh. Hashem does not want you to reveal it. But no mishum psul. Why are you saying one of the children no good? And with this, now that we build it up, the Gemara in Psachim, and the Yalkut Shimoni, and the Midrash Rabbah, now he's able to give us the complete concept over here. And it goes as follows. V'nakdim, Mai da Amrina Perek Chelek, in the 11th Perek of Sanhedrin, and now it begins. We talked about this once by Purim. There's what Mordechai tried to do, what the rest of the Sanhedrin tried to do. What did they try to do? So let's see that inside. There's a machloket, Rav and Shmuel in the Gemara in Sanhedrin, 11th parak, 97. And they go, one goes according to Rabbi Lezer, one goes according to Rabbi Shua. Let's see that. That's going to begin to unravel what happens in our Parshat.
This started in this week's.
Yeah. It's connected. It's no coincidence here. Omar Rav, Kalu Kol HaKitzin. All the dates that were predicted when Mashiach comes, forget about it. We already passed those dates. Rav says, you want to know? Mashiach's going to come? Then Hadavar Talui, nothing except for Tshuva u'ma'asim tovim. When we do Tshuva and good deeds, Mashiach will come. Uch Rabbi Eliezer, this is what Rabbi Eliezer holds. The Amar, Im Yisrael osim teshuvah, if they do Tshuva, nigalim, we get our Mashiach. V'im lav ein nigalim, there's no Mashiach. U'Shmuel Amar, that's the machloket now. Shmuel, he says, Dayo, it's enough. Le'avel, to the Shechina that stays in Avel. She'amod be'evlo, he should still be an Avel for so long, he should mourn. Because he holds like Rabbi Yeshua. The Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu ma'amid lehem melech. If we didn't do tshuva in the right time, he holds to the dates. He says, you know what's going to happen. Ma'amid lehem melech, like we said by Chanukah. Ma'amid lehem melech, a king will be put up. Shegezerotav kashot kehaman. It's going to be as strict as Haman. I'm going to kill everybody. U'machaziran lemutav ba'al korchan. And I'm going to make them do tshuva by force. The Marsha over here, Marsha is the same contemporary, same time period as our Zera Shimshon in the 1600s, and the 1500s. The Marsha says, Ikar machlukotam, the main machlukat is Rav Savar. Rav holds Ve'inan tshuva ritzonit, willful tshuva on my own, with love. I want to do it because I want to do it. Shmuel Savar, Shmuel says if that doesn't happen, there's still a loophole. We got the Jewish loophole. I feel a tshuva hechrechit, forced tshuva, sagi is enough. Okay, now, why are we saying this machloket? Because Yitzchak Avinu felt that way. And he said, I know my son. I'm not say it outside because we're kind of running out of time. I know my son. Esav is going to fight Yaakov. I don't want Yaakov to suffer. I'm going to tell Esav, not the date that Mashiach comes on. When he's saying the end, Ketz Hazman, Ketz HaGeulah, means what will compel, what will bring Mashiach. And he's going to say tshuva. And he holds like the latter one, Shmuel. He'll compel. And he's telling him, don't go OD on the Jewish people. Don't put big gezerot against them. Because you're going to force them to do tshuva. And if you force them to tshuva, they're going to be redeemed right away. So he's saying, like he's on Esav's side. Like, hey, I want to tell you this. But he's doing that because he wants to be Rahmanut to us. We're going to live in Galut. He should go easy on us. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, like Yitzchak's wife, who also said, listen, you don't know this Russia, how big of a Russia he is. He's such a Russia, he's going to say, I'll never let the Jewish people get out of their predicament. So I will subjugate, but not all the way. So they'll never do tshuva, and they'll be stuck, and the bracha you gave me is, I'll be over them, and I'm going to keep them like that. So Hashem took away from him the ability to reveal how the end will happen. Yaakov knew that. So Yaakov said, you know what? My father couldn't do it because there was a Rasha inside there. Not because he didn't want us to say. He wanted to say, but the guy's a Rasha. He doesn't deserve it. But I have all Shalemi. Mine are all Tzaddikim. I could reveal it. And now what happens next? Sequence of the story. The Shechina does go away from him. What's his first worry? Oh my goodness, OMG. Doesn't stand for one more Gush Gajeh. It means OMG. Oh my gosh. I have a Russia. Oh, so now you know the connection. Why he all of a sudden, the Gemara that says that he decided to say, I have a psul. Oh, it makes sense. You know why? Because that's what the father couldn't do. Oh. And then the Midrash Rabbah kicks in. And then when they said Shema Yisrael, the Shekhinah came back. And he wanted to reveal to them the ketz, not the date. How to bring the end. There's a way to do it from love and will, but don't worry. If that doesn't happen, there could be also a Baal Korcha. And when he wanted to say that, and he wanted to tell that loophole, the Rav Yeshua's din, the Shmuel problem. Halachot of Shmona Esrei versus halachot of Shema. Shmona Esrei, you have to have hachanot, all the Kabbalistic hachanot, till you get to the Shmona Esrei. And in the Shmona Esrei is the pinnacle, the Nagdishach. You have to take 3 steps back, 3 steps forward, bow twice. There's kavanot, you have to miyached Hashem's name. In order to say your personal prayers, you have to go through the supplications to God till you could talk to Him. Why? Because when you talk in front of Hashem, it's a very intimate moment. And you could offend the guy. If you're intimate, if you say the wrong word, it's going to get slapped you in your face. By telling Hashem, for example, B'chol tzarotam lo tzar. We read Lamed Vav to him, but it's really written Lamed Aleph. Why? Because we can't say in front of Hashem, you're with us with the pain, you're in pain. It's not nice to say that to Hashem. So for us to say, for Yaakov Avinu, he's about to reveal, and he's about to use the law that we just said, that he doesn't want to be an Avel forever. He will for surely take us out. He looked like that mashal that we said, the guy wanted to reveal the secret about the king. And he said, I can't do that in front of Hashem like that. It's chutzpah. And so he pivoted. And he did hinting. He hinted to each one of them how to get the Mashiach to come. Each one in their own level, to each one on their own kavod. That's what he did. So, comes out, every question that we had was answered. Why the Midrash Rabbah brought the case of the mashal of the Melech? Because at the second time round, after they said the Shema, the Shekhinah came back. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to say it. But now I can't say that secret out because the Shekhinah is right here and it's going to be offensive. We don't do that. And therefore he couldn't talk like that king, the mashal of the king, and his friend was going to reveal. And saw him looking, and it's almost like in class, this kid's about to say something, and the Rebbe walks in. And all of a sudden, he has a whole new story to say. And like I said before, we need to stand up when the Rebbe comes. Everybody stand up now, right? That's what he did. He pivoted away. But the end of the Zera Shimshon says that he gave hints, alluded, how to bring the ketz. So now we understand what was the ketz. The ketz was what could be the catalyst. Is it only tshuva from willful tshuva? So that's the Rav's way, and that means all the dates, the 6,000 millennia, cancel all that. It could go on forever until there's tshuva. Or like Shmuel, the Hashem will not want to be an Avel forever, so he will be compelled to do that. And he'll do that, by the way, and this is what the Sanhedrin versus Mordechai Tzaddik felt. But Mordechai said, you can't just give up like that. We have to do our style. Doesn't say by Israel, another way. And this theme happened the same thing by Hanukkah. We said, if the snake kills or not, who's responsible for that? And we said there, because even though Hashem will put a king against us, the harshness is based on us. But the same is also true, is that he's not going to want to stay as an Avel, and therefore there's a millennia that'll come. And now you know the machloket. When you hear people say, until the end of the 6,000 year, or the 6,000, whatever they hold of, where that comes from, that's the machloket. Rav says, the dates are all canceled. It's tshuva, and that's it. Shmuel says, the dates are not canceled, and although tshuva might not come willful, episodes could happen in history, as we see, which brings us all closer and compels us to do tshuva. And now you know when things happen, the first thing Rabbanan will say, based on this Gemara, based on the Midrash, is let's do tshuva. What's the tshuva? So I'm going to tell you now. If you look at the first round of Galut, when we went to the Galut of Bavel, because the Averas that we did was only Bein Adam L'Makom, we did Avodah Zara, Shvichas Dam, Gil Arayot, we did all the 3 cardinal sins, but towards people we still had Ahava between one another. Because these types of Averot were known, what we did, Hashem said, okay, you know what to fix. Fix it. You got 70 years, do it. What happened in the second Galut? We're in right now. We did Averot in hidden. We went against Hashem, and therefore we hide, as if to say, we could put up a face to you that we're your friend, but really we hate you. And therefore, we have what to fix. We have to fix Sinat Chinam. Did he give us a time? How long? No. That's Rab's thing. Because he never told us how long it'll be. We have to fix that. And when you fix Sinat Chinam, Memela, you fix all the other Averot. Therefore, you see every time a calamity happens, after the Tehillim, we read, Acheinu, Kol Beit Yisrael, we're brothers, we want to come closer, and we want to become more of Ahava. Because although Averot is there, but if we have Ahava between one another, you have a chance. But you see, the date was not given. The date was given only in the first one, because we had Ahava with one another. So if we want to end the Galut as quick as possible, what do we see from today? First thing is increase the Ahava. And second thing is increase the Ahava of your tshuva, so that it can come the preferred way. But if it doesn't, all is not lost. There will be a date, according to Shmuel. This is what Yaakov wanted to reveal. And why couldn't Yitzchak reveal it? Because Esav would have used it for the wrong thing. He would use it to make sure we have no chance to stand against, and we will be stuck in the predicament never to come out. So, L'maaseh, just for us to know, whatever happened out there, the other religion was created, another religion was created, things happen in the world. Right now, there's a chance for us to do the right thing. Become the or again to the nation again by increasing the love between one another. When they see Hashem's children are doing the right thing and they see us loving one another, they will say, I want to follow that. And then they will say, whatever was made up is garbage. I want to follow the truth. I see it, and it's happening all over the world. And Hashem will help us increase that, and we'll see Mashiach Tzidkenu, Rabbi Chaim, and we'll get to that Kates. Thank you all for listening. We'll start Marav in 2 minutes. Yeah, for those who need to bench, now will be a good time, Principal.